Bro, you training boxing?
I had one spar and that was it. So no.
Please, go try one training, one round.
100%, because I'm bringing something what he hasn't seen before, because he only faced boxers and that have been boxing their whole life, and I haven't. So it's just like a whole different approach.
The event is sold out. For those of you watching around the world, you can see it all live and exclusively on DAZN, D-A-Z-N, DAZN.
But you can't be composed when a man's talking to you like that. Like, you know, I mean, me and you, who couldn't fight our way out of a wet paper bag, shouldn't allow another man to talk to us like that. So, the world heavyweight champion isn't going to. You know?
Is that a bad thing? No,
it's good for the fight. I think it's good for job, but he has to just make sure that he doesn't box on.
The press conference just exploded. Usyk snapped after Rico crossed the line and brought up his mother. The room went dead silent as tensions hit a breaking point that nobody saw coming.
This is press conference and we speak a lot of, but my language will be in.
Here's what really happened. Rico didn't just trash talk. He went after family, which is the one thing you never do in combat sports. Usyk's entire demeanor changed in seconds. He stood up, pointed directly at Rico, and demanded respect.
Win.
And in terms of a prediction for Oleksandr, is it any means necessary for yourself or for boxing? Will you be disappointed if this fight goes 12 rounds? Many experts are picking you to win this fight when you choose. How do you believe you win this fight on Saturday?
But Rico wasn't backing down. He doubled down with aggressive warnings about making Usyk uncomfortable from the opening bell. The guy actually pushed things further instead of apologizing. That's when you knew this fight just became personal.
If they want publicity, then find a different way to get publicity. That's my take on it. I think the whole thing's pathetic on a personal level.
Duke McKenzie called the whole situation pathetic. He's saying fighters need to find better ways to promote fights instead of turning press conferences into a circus. But here's the thing, this drama is exactly what sells pay-per-views.
Mom, you know what I mean? And so when I saw that, I thought, nah, that's just a big no-no. It's an unwritten rule. You just don't do it. But, you know, Miller's thinking, I'll do whatever it takes to win. Listen, you never know. It might, after the fight, he may apologize and say, look, I went too far, I shouldn't have.
Johnny Nelson dropped the truth bomb. There's an unspoken rule in boxing that you never talk about a man's mother. It's a complete no-go area that crosses serious personal lines. Even Nelson said emotions can take over, but family should always be respected.
You believe you can only win by knockout?
No.
You believe you can beat him on point?
Of course. Or else I wouldn't be here.
You could still be here and only believe you can knock.
Could be. But first objective is to win. And how we're gonna win, let's see.
Now here's where it gets interesting. Rico showed confidence, saying he doesn't need a knockout to beat Usyk. He believes he can outpoint the champion over the distance if needed. That's either supreme confidence or complete delusion.
So Van Hoven would beat you then, right?
But mate, yeah, maybe so. But I'm telling you, he might beat you. He's gonna beat Usyk.
Really?
Yeah.
How does he do that?
Derek Katsura added chaos to the debate, suggesting Usyk could actually lose this fight in a shocking upset. He kept it light, but the message was clear. Some experts see real vulnerability in the champion that nobody's talking about.
Let's respect Rico enough for what he is. You know, he's a good striker. He's one of the greatest kickboxers of all time. He can punch very hard. Physically,
Eddie Hearn urged respect for Rico, reminding everyone he's not just a crossover fighter, but one of the greatest kickboxers of all time. His physical punching power and striking ability shouldn't be underestimated, even in a boxing context.
Fury, Francis Ngannou, Alex Pereira, Conor McGregor, line them all up, right? And say, right, which one would you want to fight the least? Fucking Rico Verhoeven. He is that dangerous of a man. And with the kickboxing, and again, people just don't know this, is kickboxing is like three-minute rounds. The intensity is fucking insane. They are punch, kick, punch, kick, punch, kick. They're just, they're fierce. And if Rico brings that into the boxing...
Eddie Hall went even further, calling Rico one of the most dangerous men he's ever encountered. He compared him to elite fighters like Fury, Joshua, and Ngannou. If Rico transfers that kickboxing intensity into boxing, it could shock Usyk.
Market, there has to be some consequence, and whether Joseph can produce enough of a strong evidential position to get himself up from underneath remains to be seen.
Johnny Nelson revealed Usyk's been sparring with multiple heavy opponents to prepare for Rico's pressure. His training camp is so intense that even sparring rounds are being carefully managed. That shows how seriously he's taking this crossover threat.
Tyson Fury, Francis Ngannou, Alex Pereira, Conor McGregor, line them all up, right? And say, right, which one would you want to fight the least? Fucking Rico Verhoeven. He is that dangerous of a man. And with the kickboxing, and again, people just don't know this, is kickboxing is like three-minute rounds. The intensity is fucking insane. They are punch, kick, punch, kick, punch, kick. They're just, they're fierce. And if Rico brings that into the boxing, I think it...
But here's the real debate tearing the boxing world apart. Dave Allen and Fabio Wardley believe Rico doesn't belong in a world title fight. They're calling it a mismatch that undermines the sport's credibility and bypasses deserving contenders.
We've got to be able to pull that out of Usyk. So once he can pull it out, but if he can't, and Usyk gets on a roll. Listen, I'm hearing stuff in Usyk's training camp. Usyk's training, and I mean, he's got 5 big guys. He's got 5 fast guys that he's sparring with, and he's smashing them to the point where it's got this last week. They're only letting him do 6 rounds. The 5 guys, the 5 heavyweights that he's mashing.
Simon Jordan thinks there's deeper motivation behind this crossover fight beyond just sport. He's suggesting Usyk's decision is driven by commercial appeal and entertainment value rather than traditional sporting merit. Follow the money and everything makes sense.
Of course, we watch a lot of footage, and every fighter has his openings and has his weaknesses. So do I. So that's how we approach it, and we just try to show him something different that he hasn't seen before. So, like, I'm not your typical boxer.
So there you have it. Personal insults at the press conference, divided expert opinions, and a heavyweight title fight that's splitting the combat sports world in half. This isn't just about boxing versus kickboxing anymore. It's about respect, legacy, and whether crossover fights belong at the championship level. Here's my question. Do you think Rico earned this shot, or is he jumping the queue? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Smash that like button if this breakdown opened your eyes, and subscribe because this division is about to get turned upside down.
Maybe he comes out like a lunatic and hurts Devin. Maybe he bites Devin. Maybe he leaves the ring during the fight. Maybe he no masses on
Oleksandr, what he's done, he's wiped the floor with everybody. He's established himself at the top there. So now you look at him and you'll think financially, will he be in a better position than Tyson Fury? No, not in my opinion. Anthony Joshua? No, not in my opinion. The big money fights aren't out there for him. So he's got to do something. He's got to put himself in a position where he's got to work, because he's proved he's top draw. So in this fight here, I think it creates interest, intrigue. I'm quite sure there's a healthy pay packet at the end of it. This is now business for him.
Yeah, but I'm not interested in. I like Rico Verhoeven, sparred him, know him, nice fella, very good kickboxer, one of the best of all time, but he's not a boxer. If he wants to fight, can he box? Yeah, he can box. He's a very good boxer, but he shouldn't be boxing the best heavyweight in the world. If he wants to do it as an exhibition, go and do it. I'm not interested in Usyk Verhoeven, just for the simple fact.
He's kind of earned the right to do what you want, but I at least expected it to be some sort of active boxer, someone of some. Not to say I don't actually know much about Van Hooven in terms of a kickboxer, of what his quality level is, but what I'm saying is I expected it to be someone of a decent caliber of a professional boxer. But if it's not, then fine. Look, do your thing, do you, and hopefully he returns to actual professional boxing against some of the.
A long time, and not really done much in boxing at all to warrant a shot at Oleksandr Usyk when there's a queue so big. And
indeed.
You know what I mean? And that's the most important thing. The people who are sitting waiting for their shot in line are going to be fuming over this some would say, to counter their argument, Usyk's probably earned the right to have an easy.
One bout as a professional boxer, you go, so, you know, how can he jump the queue and box Oleksandr Usyk for the WBC title? To me, that doesn't make any sense at all, and I think it makes a mockery, again, of...
And I can see how the monetization vehicle of this works, but Usyk wouldn't be doing this unless there's a reason for it. There must be a motivation behind it. It must be some form of derivative as to what happened between the various disciplines crossing over within Ngannou.
You know, Rico wanted the fight, you know, Usyk wanted it. They said both ultimate fighting men, aren't they? So fights like this are not going to be hard to make.
Oleksandr Usyk steps in and will take on one of the greatest kickboxers of all time. I'm actually quite a big kickboxing fan, so I know quite a lot about him. I've watched a few of his fights over the years. They used to call him the Prince of Kickboxing, and then he elevated to the King of Kickboxing. I mean, he's a very, very, very good kickboxer who's got decent hands. I can't lie to you.